Gorby, 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 Gorby. The Russian people chanted his name. The American people chanted his name. Heck, I chanted his name. He came to power in 1985 while I was a college student. He was all over the news. Gorby! These notes are called the fall of communism. So I'm not giving it away when I say Mikhail, or Michael as we might call him, Mikhail Gorbachev, he's going to bring communism to an end with the help of US President Ronald Reagan, the first president I ever voted for. There he is. Gorby, Ronald Reagan, the Gipper. The Cold War is going to end. We, the USA, us, we are going to win the Cold War. But how? How does this take place? Well, you already have a little glimpse from what you've seen in today's notes already. The arms race, the space race, those two things are interconnected. And those two things were instrumental in ending the Cold War and ending communism. Communist governments cannot produce enough product because the people have very little incentive to work hard or do anything. So communist countries are always poor. They're always broke. They cannot keep up with the productivity of capitalist countries like us, who become rich with productivity because, well, people want to work hard in our country. It helps you get ahead. You make money and you get to keep that money. Well, minus the taxes you have to pay, of course. So we make nuclear weapons, and suddenly the Russians have nuclear weapons. So we make more nuclear weapons, and they make more weapons. So we make bigger, better weapons than the Soviet Union. And the Russians, they make even better weapons than us. And so we make even more better weapons. And you get the idea. We both spent a ton of cash to fight the Cold War and to build these weapons. It's estimated that the United States alone spent between $5 and $8 trillion on military during just the Cold War. Trillion, not million, not billion, trillion. And that doesn't count the money that we spent on the space race. The USSR, the Soviet Union, Russia, whatever you want to call them, they couldn't keep up. Financially, they couldn't do it. They were broke. By the way, if you've seen or heard of the great movie called Miracle, it's about the United States Olympic victory against the USSR in a hockey game. A hockey game. That movie, that historical moment, it's all about the Cold War. That was a Cold War event. It felt good to beat up on the Soviet Union in a hockey game instead of threatening to destroy each other's countries with nukes. Go watch the movie if you get a chance. It's a great movie, Miracle. It's about hockey. It's about the Cold War. Let's see what happens next. Continue on with the notes.